Good game, competitive, physical. Obviously, we came out on the wrong end of it. But I really felt like both teams played extremely hard tonight. In regards to, especially on the defensive end, just the physicality of it, a lot of contact. Interesting contact, I guess I should say. But overall, I was proud of our effort. Obviously wanted to win, but, we didn't make some shots that sometimes we do make. We maybe needed to move the ball a little bit more to get cleaner looks. But, again, really proud of the effort.
I would say this is the second time this season that their physicality defensively has really kind of knocked you guys off your spots offensively. Going forward, how do you guys deal with that better?
Well, you got to get a flow, meaning set screens, hard cuts, get the ball moving side to side so that you can get downhill. Got, more, I don't want to say one pass shot, zero pass shots are bad. If you get a clean look, obviously you got to take them. But if we can move them side to side, as opposed to, there was quite a few times where we had long possessions or we got late into the shot clock. But it wasn't because the ball was moving side to side. It was because maybe we just ran one action and we didn't create a problem and we pounded it too much.
What do you feel like they did more successfully against Giannis tonight?
Overall, Giannis had a pretty good game. I mean, he's very close to having a triple-double. I think there were just some, the first play of the game, there was a defensive 3 seconds called, and then I'm not sure there was another one called. I'll have to go back and look at the film, but, I thought there were numerous times where I was surprised that one wasn't called, since the very first play of the game was a defensive 3 seconds. So, we understand how things work, and so if that's tonight, like I said, I'll go back and look at that. And, I'm not saying it was the wrong call, but was that, what Giannis was seeing all night? Were there other people in the lane? And if there were, we set the precedent early.
Hey, Coach. Your team, you still scrapped until the end. I'm curious, what type of takeaways, positive takeaways, did you see from your perspective and as well as the players' perspective for tonight?
I think the biggest thing was, we battled. It was a physical game. Held them to 41% shooting from the field. Obviously, there were some threes that got away from us. He didn't shoot. Mitchell was 6 for 12, but the guy that I'll reference is Wade. Dean Wade gets a few where we just didn't close out to him as well as we should have to make him either play inside the line or, at worst, just put the ball on the floor. Loved that we continued to battle. We got down in the middle of the third or late third, made a great run. That's a stretch where the ball, I thought, started to move. We got multiple threes in that duration, and then came out and, I thought it was a really tough call with the level of physicality. I think that's the thing that was hard. Was first play, they get a 3-point play, and I'm like, okay, why? I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, why did that become a foul? That's fine that there's contact, but, Chris had plays. So there was just, I don't want to get into that as much as all I'm saying is we had these stretches, and then there were moments where it just kind of broke the other way and we got down bigger than we wanted, but continued to fight. Like I said, I appreciate that effort.
What corrections do you want to see for the Pels specifically that you felt like was in relation to tonight?
Yeah, every game's going to take on an identity of its own, so it's hard to say exactly what's going to take place. But that having been said, on the offensive end, we just got to make sure we're moving the ball. A lot of touches, move the ball to one another so that we can get easier shots. Again, I felt that we had some good looks tonight that we didn't make. But I'm just saying, can we get easier ones? They'll use multiple coverages, so we're going to have to be alert for that in regards to, if they're in a zone or what their coverages are, Giannis, Dame, Chris. Just making sure we're making the right reads. But the ball movement will be something that we can or need to do a better job of. On the defensive end, they'll create different problems with the guys that do, play for them. That'll be different from tonight. So, again, it'll take on its own identity. But, I think the biggest thing is if we can get that defensive effort carryover in general, that'll be a good thing.
You were obviously coaching the game but the Bucks made it official that Doc Rivers will be the next head coach here in Milwaukee. You've been in the league a long time. You've coached against Doc plenty of times. Just kind of what are your thoughts on Doc and kind of what he can bring to this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think what you just said is accurate. You know, Doc speaks for himself in regards to, you know, who he is, what he's done, what he's accomplished during his time. But I think for me, the biggest thing is, you know, moving forward, understand, you know, like you just said, things will take place tomorrow. But, you know, I'm right now still kind of wrapped up in the game and, you know, the flow of it, and still trying to think of, you know, even to what you guys were asking about the flow and thinking, you know, was this a foul and was that, you know, defensive 3 seconds, and, you know, I'm a little more focused with that.